This is how I was thinking. Is it really a coward who puts an end to his life, if that life has bloomed and flowered and tasted of pleasure and strife? Is it, if a flower is withered, do we coddle and tend it? Or isn't the possibility considered of making the cut that ends it? Isn't it much more noble, instead of becoming festered, to do what's considered ignoble and destroy that which pesters? That's how I viewed life. I wanted out. I thought I was that flower that had withered and had no more purpose in its life. Then I attempted. I took 48 sleeping pills and was in a coma for a long time, and I almost died. Obviously, I didn't. I'm here, but I was in this operating room. They were trying to resuscitate me, and I was in a coma, and they had oxygen on me, and it was kind of like the Sleeping Beauty story in reverse. I'm lying there in this bed, and they got me strapped with oxygen, and they're trying to bring me back. They got IVs in me, and because I had really checked out. I wouldn't have survived, except I was in a cell, a 2-man bullpen. We were the most wanted guys in that prison. We were so dangerous. They had us right underneath the guard's sheriff's desk. We were only 10 feet away from it, and we had a 2-man cell that was right there where they could keep an eye on us, because I had made an attempt to break out once before. I broke out of their prisons, and I was sought out of this prison I was in. I caused them a lot of problems, and so I was a terror. I was a big
bad boy.
Yeah, I was the baddest of boys. In fact, and the guy that was with me was also, he's one of the top 10 armed robbers, bank robbers in the country. Stole more money than Dillinger ever stole. So his name was Edgar Rowan Watkins, and
Nice.
he became my enemy. But that's another story. But where is it going there? Oh, so we got caught. We sought out of their cells. We got caught. I got saw blades in, and I managed to get them sought out. And this guy kind of betrayed me. Anyway, it turns out we had a suicide pact. If we got caught, we weren't going to live. So I take 48 sleeping pills. And he supposedly was going to do the same. But I went to bed because I wanted to die. I knew if I fell asleep, they'd think of sleeping. But he drags me out onto the floor into the little walkway outside the cell and falls on top of me, and we're both laying there, and the guards see us and they take us. That's what saved my life. I wouldn't be here
You weren't
otherwise.
supposed to die.
Yeah. So, but they came in, and they're not stupid, they smack me on the, where, and I don't move. They smack him, and he jumps.
Oh, see?
So he wasn't going anywhere to get away.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing, his point was, I'll get to the hospital and I'll escape, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't work for him because they knew right away. But they knew I wasn't big. So anyway, so I don't know why I'm telling you that story, but I'm trying to take you somewhere with this. But
why you survived.
Yeah, and the poem. This is the poem I wrote. 48 pills I swallowed, a dreamless sleep I desired. It came upon me quickly to destroy life's greedy fire. I staggered for a moment like a drunk before its fall. No pain, no wants, just freedom as death descended to call. Life act is over and done, the final bow I will make. I chose to act the villain, my part was a great mistake. Then I heard many voices. I wake up in the operating room now, and a woman wakes me up this way. She's running her hands through my hair, and she says, he has such beautiful hair. I open my eyes, and I'm looking up at this beautiful nurse. She's looking down at me with love, I swear it's the Sleeping Beauty in reverse, you know what I mean? And she's going like this, and she says, are you okay? And I says, I guess so. She says, do you want it? He says, you must be thirsty. This oxygen makes you thirsty. She takes it off my mouth. She says, we have apple juice, pear juice, cranberry juice, whatever. They use the juices from the fruits, the syrups, and they give it to you. And so at that time, this was in the 60s, early 60s, there was a big scare in the newspaper about cranberry juice causing cancer. Yeah, it was big news. Hurt the industry a lot back then. And I look up at her, and as she lists all these juices, I says, I hear cranberry juice causes cancer. Bring me some of that. She says, you son, I've been trying to keep you alive. She says, don't try to go out on me again, you know, she was so cute. But that was my quick response, you know what I mean? So I'll finish the poem now. So life is act is over and done. Final vow I will make. I chose to act the villain. My part was a great mistake. Then I heard many voices. This is when I wake up. The audience was still there to demand one more encore under the stage's bright glare. The new play will soon begin. New actors and props, of course. I shall be a mental case, dressed in regrets and remorse. Why can't I just walk off? Why can't I break this contract and just walk off life's stage? The world is full of players willing to act in a cage. I wrote this in April of 1967. So that was my going down the path of trying to destroy my life, and some of the poems that I wrote at that time. I had wrote copious amounts of poetry back then, and sent it all to a woman in Virginia who was a minister, and she used to collect it. I don't know what became of it. Some of it I retained. Anyway, why do I bring all that up to you? You know,